Yeah, let's talk about movies. There might even be some random recommendations here. Most of these I picked up at Amoeba in Hollywood. Also, one afternoon they had like a sidewalk sale where they had some pretty good deals, like 4 DVDs for $9. So yeah, let's see. 127 Hours. I haven't seen this one, but everybody says it's really good. And I like James Franco, and I think Danny Boyle is a great director. So yeah, we'll be checking this one out soon. Airplane. I love this one. It's one of the great spoof comedies before The Naked Guns and way before the scary movies. This is just great. Definitely not for everyone, you know, like the humor wise, but I could watch it any day. There's also the sequel, appropriately titled Airplane 2, the sequel, but I haven't seen that one yet. Baghead. Haven't seen this one either, but ever since I read the plot description on IMDb, thought it could be a pretty cool little movie. I have yet to find out though. Catch Me If You Can, by the legendary Steven Spielberg, starring the legendary Tom Hanks and Christopher Walken and Martin Sheen and, dare I say it, Leonardo DiCaprio. Based on the real life of criminal mastermind Frank Abagnale, it's a great movie. It really is. The DVD comes with a fine selection of special features that let you know more about the actual events, and the movie is pretty damn close. It's really cool. The Dead Zone, David Cronenberg's adaptation of Stephen King's novel, starring Christopher Walken. It's about a man who recovers from a coma with psychic powers, which he eventually uses to blah 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 blah. Sounds pretty corny, I know, but it's pretty good. Haven't seen this one in a while. Should definitely rewatch it one day. The Descent, the British horror movie. I've actually already covered this one as part of my Scariest Movies video, so you can check out that video if you want to know more about this one. This is actually a 2-disc release. Haven't even checked out all the extras, but it looks pretty cool. The Devils. Oh man, this movie is amazing. It's about a priest who's being accused of witchcraft. But it's way more complex than just that, and this movie is actually pretty controversial, and to this day it's still not released in its true uncut format. It's fantastic though, and this release by the BFI, the British Film Institute, is at the moment the most definitive release available. Yeah, highly recommend it. Evil Dead Trap. A relatively, well, it's from '88 I believe, Japanese, what is it, I guess a horror movie. That's actually surprisingly effective. Not per se that it is scary, but it has an original story, great gory effects, and a nice WTF factor. Definitely look into this if you've never heard of it, and if you like Japanese horror. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Excision. I've done a whole video on this movie, so if you want to know more, check out that video. I still really like this one. Fruitvale Station. I never heard of this one, but my girlfriend told me to buy it, and well, I did. And after seeing it, I was like, damn, that was a pretty good movie. Featuring a great performance by Michael B. Jordan as the lead character, it tells the story of the final day in the life of Oscar Grant, who was unlawfully killed by a police officer. That's not really spoiling anything, I mean it already happened, so highly recommended. Hatchet, a relatively modern, well, it's almost 10 years old already. Well, a slasher flick with a great, like, 80s throwback vibe. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's gory. It's just a fun slasher flick. There's 2 sequels, and I really enjoy the whole trilogies. It's awesome stuff. A History of Violence, the second David Cronenberg movie today. Although he's mostly known for his body horror movies, he's pretty damn good at directing thrillers as well. This one is a great example. I love how the story slowly unfolds and how it becomes more and more intense. Great performances, great movie. Check it out. Kamikaze Girls. When I grabbed it one, my girlfriend was like, what's going on here? But it's actually a great movie. About 2 Japanese girls with completely different backgrounds and interests who become friends. But yeah, the visual style of the movie is really cool, and yeah, I actually really enjoyed this one. Lawrence of Arabia, the legendary epic by David Lean, based on the life of British officer T.E. Lawrence. You should have gotten it on Blu-ray, because that would really do the movie justice, but for now the DVD should be fine. It was a good deal. The movie is very long, but it's pretty rewarding. It's pretty good. The Living Dead Girl. This is my first Jean Rollin, if I pronounce it right, experience. I know that Mood616 here on YouTube, that he's a big Jean Rollin fan, and it's actually through him that I know about him and his movies, and this movie in particular, so it was sort of a blind buy. I don't know if you're watching this video, Mood, but in all honesty, I didn't like it as much as I hoped I would. I don't know, it was a little slow, but I did really appreciate the whole atmosphere, you know, and the locations, the cinematography. So yeah, I'll definitely try out some other Roland movies because I'm still pretty curious. Manos, The Hands of Fate. Oh, the legendary bad movie. It's such a train wreck. but I really like it. Oh. I reviewed it as part of my worst movies ever made video. It's, from what I understand, the only DVD release of the movie available, and yeah, the quality is pretty bad. They're actually working on a high definition transfer for upcoming release on Blu-ray, which looks amazing. It's ridiculous. If it'll ever get released, I'll definitely pick that one up. Mother of Tears, the final installment in Dario Argento's trilogy that started with Suspiria and Inferno. I really like those movies, as well as a lot of other Argento movies, so I actually really just got this as a blind buy, since I still have not seen it. I know that his later work is not as great, way less memorable, but, you know, just pretty curious. Robot Monster, another classic bad movie. I've also covered this one as part of my worst movies ever made series, but oh man, it's another train wreck. It's a little less watchable than the Manos, mainly just because it's pretty boring. But oh man, it's still definitely so bad it's good. The Royal Tenenbaums. I'm slowly trying to get a copy of all of Wes Anderson movies, although together with my girlfriend I believe we're already there, besides the Grand Budapest Hotel. But yeah, this one is great. Awesome cast, great story, classic Wes Anderson. You'll have to probably like his style in order to like his movies, but it's so likable. I mean, as you guys know by now, I'm a big fan. Scream 4, I'm also a big fan of the Scream franchise. Well, mostly the first movie. And, well, perhaps I think that this one might be my second favorite. They brought back the awareness and the deconstruction of the slasher flick and the horror movies in general that was so great in the original and more or less little lacking in the first two sequels. And, you know, the original cast still after 15 years, it's pretty cool in itself. So yeah, I like this one. Scum! I haven't seen this one, but it was on my watch list since forever and got a pretty good deal here. It's a double disc with both the originally Never Liked the Unseen TV movie as well as the feature film adaptation. From what I understand, it's pretty good, so hopefully I'll find out about that soon. Suicide Club by Sion Sono. And this is a pretty weird one, but interesting, and there's definitely more going on than meets the eye. It's about a wave of young people committing suicide in Japan and oh, what's going on? Interesting movie by a definitely interesting director. Zombie 4, After Death, a sequel in title only to the point that you don't even know what it's a sequel to anymore. Definitely not that memorable, but it's pretty watchable. It's just yet another zombie flick, this one that apparently suffered a lot from, you know, cuts, taking out most of the gore. It's okay, nothing special really, but no, it was a good deal, so I thought, why not? So, that's all for now. Talk to you guys later.